Hey guys, Ryden here today bringing you my latest updated gaming setup video, so let's jump straight into it. So this is pretty much guys where I spend most of my time playing games, making videos for you guys, and of course generally just doing what you do on the PC. But first up, the office chair. So here we have guys the GTA Mega Evo Office Racing Chair in this stunning green and black. Now recently you just got this guys, and this is also currently the new version, as you can tell from the straps and the shoulders. Also the stitching on the centre and the base of the chair is straight down instead of across. But pretty much there guys, it does hold you in pretty good, but at the end of the day it's just an office chair and it ain't going to make you a better gamer. So here we have guys the bread and butter of the whole setup, the PC build. Now this is a 600T case by Corsair. I've had this case now for quite a while, looking around 18 months to 2 years, and even with today's cases it still looks the part and going strong. But lately I'm starting to feel that it's not the best airflow case, because titles like GTA 5 is starting to push the performance of the systems a lot, and it's starting to get, well, a bit toasty. We have an ROG Blu-ray display, and again I don't really particularly use this ROG Blu-ray display other than while playing Blu-rays, because pretty much everything now on the PC is digital download, including games and programs. We have a Bitfenix Recon fan controller. This fan controller pretty much controls all my fans in the system, including the H100Is. So on top of the case we have two Corsair SP120 Quiet Edition fans. Now originally I had these air pushing into the case, but recently I've turned them around to actually pull the hot air out of the case, because I noticed a lot of dust gathering on the graphics cards, and well, I'm a bit OCD. So looking inside the case, we have a Gigabyte Z87 Sniper 5 motherboard. This motherboard is pretty much the same as the newer Z97 Wi-Fi Black Edition minus the SATA Express cards. The motherboard itself features quite a lot of impressive features, such as a creative sound card. It has a built-in killer NIC E2200 and of course built-in water cooling if you wish to use it. Underneath the Corsair H100i heat spreader we have an i7-4447K processor clocked at 4.6 GHz. So here we have guys is two MSI GTX 970s in SLI. These current versions of the 970s do come factory overclocked, but my current versions can overclock to 1550 MHz on the core and around 8000 MHz on the memory. Now I currently game at 1440p and I do aim for 144 FPS, and these cards do a pretty damn good job of actually getting there in some titles. Now at 1080p I'd say these cards are a bit overkill. Now these cards do have a RAM issue though, where it only actually uses 3.5 GB out of the 4 GB available RAM on board. So next up guys, the power supply. So I have a Corsair AX850 power supply. This power supply is quite old now. I've had it around about 2 to 3 years, but it's still going strong. Now 850 watts, what I would say is a bit overkill for two GTX 970s, but it's always nice to have a bit of extra juice. Now I do have the Corsair black braided cables. Now I did originally want green and black to match the motherboard, but you can pretty much only get this by custom doing yourself or buying extensions. I didn't really want to do that, so I just went with the Corsair black braided cables for a bit of a style theme. So next up we have the AF120 Quiet Edition LED fans by Corsair. These fans do actually perform exceptionally well without actually emitting a lot of noise. Now I have one at the back and of course one at the front, just to give a better airflow for the case, because like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't feel the case is the best airflow. As for the RAM cards, I've got two Corsair Dominator Platinums, 4GB 1866 cards, but if I had to rebuild the system again, I probably would have gone for the 16GB cards instead. Now, I'm all about a tidy build guys, and as you can see I've pretty much removed the hard drive cages. This is simply to allow the 200 Bitfenix fan actual more airflow into the case. But I'm also a bit OCD about the tidiness of the build. Now as you can see I've pretty much hidden everything around the back. Yes, you can see a bit of wires obviously on the graphics cards, motherboard and power supply, but you can't hide everything. But pretty much everything's hidden around the back, including the 4 hard drives. So let's take a look. So looking at the back of the case guys, I feel I've done an exceptional good job of hiding all the wires and hard drives around the back of the 600T case with the limited amount of space you actually get. So if you was actually wondering if you can actually hide all the wires and stuff around the back of a 600T case, yes you can. Now looking at the hard drives, I have a Western Digital Black HHD drive. This is simply just a storage drive for pictures and files. I have two OS Vortex 4 SSDs, one for a storage drive and one for a gaming drive. And I recently just bought a Samsung 850 EVO, which is an absolute amazing drive with the rapid mode, one of the best SSDs I've ever owned, and this will eventually become my actual main Windows operating system when Windows 10 launches. So I recently just got a new mechanical keyboard. This is a Corsair K70 RGB mechanical keyboard. This keyboard is fitted with Cherry MX Red switches, which are the best actual switch for the response time, but they do come with a quite a loud annoying click. So recently I have fitted dampening O-ring seal kit, and if you want to see that video guys, please check the link in the description after this video. Now obviously I set the colours to green and blue. This is pretty much to match my logo and of course my mouse, but you can change them to any colour you want and do special effects like the rainbows and of course, well, 16.8 million colours. So moving on to the mouse guys, we have a Logitech G502 gaming mouse, and I've got to say, for the price of this mouse and the performance you get off it, is simply one of the best mouses I've ever actually used. It comes with removable weights and pretty much more buttons than you'll ever need to use. Now I do own also a Mad Catz Rat9 Cyborg gaming mouse, and compared to this mouse it is in no near league, and I pretty much don't even use this mouse now other than MMOs. Even though I'm actually a PC gamer guys, from time to time I do tend to actually use a controller. So here we have a Cytex P2600 controller, which is pretty much the same as a PlayStation 2. It is old now and I only tend to use it for games like FIFA or possibly racing games. Other than that, the keyboard and mouse will do fine. So moving on to the Blue Yeti microphone itself, and I'm actually currently speaking on the Blue Yeti microphone now while doing the voiceover for this video. I've got to say, for the price of this microphone and the voice quality you get off it is pretty damn amazing. You can get it in black now, and I probably would get the black version if I had to rebuy this microphone today. And also I would really recommend getting a pop filter and a microphone stand, what I don't currently have but is on my wish list. So now we come to my favourite piece of kit out of the whole setup. This, my friends, is the Asus Swift PG278Q, aka the Swift monitor, which features 1440p, 144Hz refresh rate, 1 millisecond response times, and of course NVIDIA G-Sync technology. And I got to say, this is one of the best gaming monitors I've ever used in the last 10 years as being a PC gamer. But unfortunately though, this is my second one of these, because my first one actually died, but Asus RMA process quickly replaced it for me, so we're all good. Now in my next setup video I do actually want a dual monitor stand, so I can actually have another 27-inch monitor to the left hand side at an angle for doing that split screen or multitasking when you play a game and doing other stuff. And also, if you actually never heard of this monitor before, it does come with a hefty price tag. This in America I think is $800 or $700, but in the UK it's around about £600 now. But besides that, it is an awesome monitor. As for my headphones guys, I'm currently using the Asus Exelon headsets, and for the price of these headsets they're not bad at all. The sound quality is pretty good, but the microphone is the worst microphone I've ever experienced as a PC gamer, so I wouldn't really recommend buying these if you want to use the microphone. But to be honest now guys, I wish I actually saved the £60 I paid for these headphones and put them towards something like some Astro A40s for an all round better feel and sound quality. So every PC gamer has to have a crap drawer, and while this is my crap drawer. So in this drawer we have my spare hard drives, as you can see there. We have my op-amp removing tool, what I actually, if you watch my videos, actually use on my last second video I think. Obviously SLI bridges, my weights for my mouses, have my G502 weights as well. Obviously you got a bit of Vaseline, you never know when you have to use it. Obviously spare USB 3.0 cables, just the general shit you have while in a crap drawer. We also have some, what all PC gamers should have, some thermal paste MX4, and I think also I got some Liquid Pro I think as well, which actually I'm going to hopefully do a video on putting this on my 970s to cool them down a bit, because it's starting to get a bit toasty in some of the games. But overall guys, it's just, well, a crap drawer. Down the bottom though guys, we keep my Blu-ray DVDs. What do we have here? Don't judge me guys, it is of course, well, Star Wars The Clone Wars, but hey hey, what can you do? Also guys, I tend to keep all my little bits and bobs at the bottom, like my spare fans and all that stuff a PC gamer should have in the drawer, spare wires, spare cables and all that shit you should do anyway. As for the computer desk guys, well pretty much I've just got a basic computer desk from IKEA, but it does keep everything looking nice and tidy, which is always a good thing. So there we go, that was my latest setup video guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and comment. I'd love to know what you guys think about this video. Also I would love to know what you guys got any suggestions to actually help me improve my overall build. Please comment below, I'd love to know. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, because I'm actually really enjoying doing YouTube at the moment and I would love to keep making some awesome videos. But as always guys, I will see you in the next video.